is this guy? Philip or something?
Yeah, Philip. Yeah.
I was like, who is this?
Like, I got to meet Damon and I got to meet Yazi.
Of course, Damon.
So Damon so far is my favorite.
Is it Damon or Demon?
He's an asshole. I'm in chapter 1. Like, I'm on chapter 2. Okay, guys. Like, these are premonition. Like, he's an asshole, but I can see where Sarah J. Maas picked up her Reese from him. I can totally see that down to the fucking description of him. I'm just like, really? And the whole I'm a whore for everybody, that's a ripoff. Like, in the first chapter, I saw so many ripoffs in the first chapter.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that Sarah J. Maas got from this book. And I was like, that's annoying. But Sarah J. Maas did a whole hell of a lot better because I understand it more.
Yeah, right?
She did it better. Like, it's not original ideas. Reese is not original, but she did it
but
better.
At least I understood it. She set up her world better.
At least
this is probably going to be controversial, but I think her writing is better than this.
Yes.
I think so too. And I think at least she didn't make her character a fucking pedophile.
Oh, like, yeah. See, I didn't even get to that part, but I knew it was coming because I had heard things about it.
It was horrible.
I just felt it. I just felt it. Like the vibes. I was like, I feel like that's where this is going.
I'm feeling that same way. Like Satan
early on,
and the Yazi guy is gonna do it. I'm just like, I feel it. I feel it coming. But we're gonna go for it because I don't have any triggers. I'll whatever dark twisty shit, whatever. But come back in 17 years. Really? You went for the bare minimum of legal age? Saw that one coming, and it hasn't even gotten there yet.
No, because she's a kid throughout this entire book, right?
That little explanation of the web crap, that was dumb. Like, if that's the only explanation I get of that,
I don't even understand that.
I don't understand that either.
I'm like, okay, so you got your center mountain and you got your little tendrils that you can go along, but then you have these little random pockets of like emptiness that these people are using to hide battlefields in, and you can only traverse the what?
Like, is this sci-fi or is this fantasy?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it has technology. It's just like mental. I wasn't quite getting it.
Yeah, it's just mental.
But I like the rat execution style. Let's break out old school executionary style stuff with the rats eating the guy in the boat. I was like, cool.
The ate is, you know what?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I was like, okay.
That's the most memorable part of the book.
Yeah,
I got that part. I was like, oh, that's pretty.
Yeah, I'm like, I remember learning about like that execution method. I'm like, all right, that's pretty dope. Cool.
Yeah,
we're not afraid of board here.
It's like, Aish. I didn't even want to ask y'all if you finished it because I didn't want to have to admit that I didn't finish.
Well, we didn't. Normally, we discuss the book a little bit before we jump on the live, but nobody said a word, so I'm like, that's a bad sign. At least Laura finished.
No, I can't. I texted my sister-in-law because this is her favorite series, and I'm like, I DNF'd it again at 100 pages. I'm so fucking confused, and she's like, it took me a minute to get into it, but I don't think it took me 100 pages. I'm like, well, good on you.
Well, when I posted on Instagram that I was reading it, I had a few people message me like they love it, but everybody who loved it read it in like early 2000s before Sarah J. Maas. So I'm like, I feel like it's like a product of its time, and like they're scared to reread it and they won't like it as much. I'm like, I feel like it's like a product of that time. It was original at the time. That's kind of people weren't as, back in the day, fantasy was a little bit more like that. So I feel like, and like some people didn't even realize that SJM was inspired by this book. So they'd read it before Sarah J. Maas was even like writing or anything.
I didn't know that until you guys said that. And I was like, oh, okay. And then I wanted to like kind of see if I could find anything. And I definitely found them. Like in the first chapter, I found a shit ton.
Oh yeah, like a lot of the names. Totally.
Yeah, names, descriptions of characters, kind of stations, court names, positions, like basically Satan. From what I see right now, Damon is Reese in Under the Mountain, but Satan is who he actually kind of is, the High Lord. Like, he's a nice dude. Like, I'm gonna help you.
Did I read wrong, or is Damon Satan's son?
He is.
Right?
He is.
Yeah.
See, I'm not totally dumb. This book just made me feel dumb.
And the Yazi guy is his other brother. But for some reason, they don't talk and they don't live in hell with their dad who has other kids there, demon dead kids.
They're a
They
big
can
part
just
of
stay
it.
there, but these two were like sacrificed or some bullshit, and it
Laura, does Satan stay a decent guy or does he turn?
Who?
Satan.
Satan? Oh no, he does. He's so sweet.
Okay, good.
He's just a big softie.
Because he's the only
like the best
character. If he was just the only character, I feel like I'd be down for this book.
Yeah, because I was like, okay, I kind of like this character.
And he was like really protective of her and stuff.
I understand what he's doing and stuff, but my God.
When
then
was
I get
this?
9 other different characters, and I'm like, who the hell are all these
I know.
people?
He's not very
When
Satan-like.
was this book written?
That was what?
98, I think.
98.
Yeah.
Feels it.
I don't know. Were there any other similarities, like further in the book to ACOTAR that you noticed, Laura?
Not that I noticed really. But by that point, I was so over it, and I wasn't really like looking for it.
Oh,
So,
girl,
I'm proud.
I don't even know if I'm proud of you for finishing this book.
I'm not proud of
Like, I
myself.
just question. I'm like, why?
Honestly, I wish I had DNF'd it when the first time, what was his name? Cartane was casually talking about how he likes to rape and brutalize children. I was like, maybe I should bow out now. Maybe I should just stop now because I don't think I can do this. But I kept reading like an idiot. So I should have DNF'd.
Satan
I told
kept her
her
reading.
to DNF. She's like, oh. I'm like, girl, just DNF.
I was trying to
So-
force it.
I found some similarities other than Sarah J. Maas, even in the first chapter. And I don't know if this is me stretching, but so the girl is 7, right? In the beginning of this book, Janelle is 7. And like she offers her blood to Demon and she's got gold ringlet curls. Her description is literally the girl from Interview with the Vampire, which was published in 1976.
70s, yeah.
That Philippe Lestat, whichever, I can't remember what the fucking name is, turns because he wants to have a family. In the movie, it was Kirsten Dunst's character. And I'm sitting here, I'm like, you kind of ripped her off too. So, like, I don't know. I'm like, but now I know that like only one of you finished it and you gave it a 1. I'm not feeling so bad of just like not reading it and just starting.
I would
off
send that back to Amazon and get you a refund.
Yeah. I would too,
Definitely.
because you just got it, so it's no big deal to return it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Return that bitch.
I
And
paid
so-
$5 for the ebook, even that.
Yeah, and I'm like, ugh. No, the only reason I had this was because I ordered the wrong size for my sister-in-law, and I was like, might as well give it a try again. But after DNFing it twice, man,
They're republishing them next year with new covers. I wonder how people will feel.
I'm sure people who like really like it and
Yeah.
love
Like-
it will probably buy them, but
But like new
I have a
readers.
feeling there's gonna be a lot of people saying they ripped Sarah J. Maas not ripped this book ripped Sarah J. Maas off without realizing this came out first.
No,
I have a
first.
feeling it's gonna be one of those situations.
Mm.
Be like, oh well, you're ripping on Sarah J. Maas. Hey, bitch, I was there first. Like there's gonna be a lot of that.
How many ratings does this book have? Like, is it super popular?
Oh, I don't know.
What's it even called? Daughter of the Blood.
I don't know. Man, I had a thought I was going to share, but I lost it.
41,000 ratings. A 4.06 on Goodreads.
That's crazy. It's
I
crazy
feel
to
like
me.
if you read it back in the day,
That's what everybody I talked to had
like
read it
dark
back in the day.
fantasy, you would probably really like it.
Yeah, a lot of these 5 stars 12 years ago, 13
Yeah.
years ago.
Wow, there are a lot of books in this series.
Yeah.
There's 12 books in the series.
I know Jess at Honest Fiction, she just did a video and it featured this, and I was like, Kristen listened to the audiobook and she said it was horrible. So FYI.
Yeah, it's horrible. The last book just came out last year. That's crazy.
You know, I'm just like, eesh. I didn't have a feeling any of us were gonna like this, but
No. I like how somebody reviewed it last night at 1 or today at 1:38, gave it 1 star.
This is a 1-star review from 2005. Listen to this. My wife bought the first book in the series and for some reason read it. The whole time she read it, she complained how bad it was. Then for some reason, I read it and we finished the series. The only explanation I can come up with is that magic is real and Bishop is a witch and we fell under a spell. Even now, I fall into a black obsidian stone, but gave it 1 star.
1 star. But read the whole series.
But read the whole fucking series.
She gets older as the books go on,
There's so
right?
many comments of, yep, I don't understand why I'm reading this. I just keep reading.
I couldn't keep reading. I was
Laura,
like,
Laura did.
I feel so. I mean, Laura did. She can join the club of 1 star. I don't know why I read it.
But will you continue the series?
Oh God, no. No. No, thank you.
Absolutely
Oh,
not.
this one's long. This is a long 1 star.
It's sad that we have nothing to say. We have to resort to reading 1-star reviews on the.
Is
good
there
old-
a
I know.
5-star recent review of it? Maybe you should read the 5-star and see what those people had to say.
This is a
Maybe we're
review
missing
from
something.
August 1st of 2024. This long ass 1 star.
It's a lot of 1 stars. I'm not gonna lie to you,
Yeah.
but
My mom read this, and my mom loved it too.
you got to question your mom now.
Yeah.
What year was this?
Because my sister-in-law gave me like the bind up of the first 3 books, and I DNF'd it, and so my mom was like, "Oh, I want to read it," and so my mom read it, and she was like, "Oh, I like that series," and I'm just like, how?
Yeah. I
It makes
don't
no
get it.
sense to me.
It was just like the world was so convoluted for no reason.
Yeah.
You know, it was ridiculous. But also, I don't understand how anyone could read this and like not be disgusted and upset by how Damon reacted to Janelle as a 12-year-old girl. She's 12 years old, okay? And like the first time he meets her, I'm going to read it. His breath came in ragged sobs, his hands shook, and may the darkness help him. He was on fire. No, he thought fiercely as he stormed around the room looking for some explanation, some kind of escape. No, he was not like Cartain. Cartain is the pedophile. He had never hungered for a child's flesh. He was not like Cartain. Collapsing against a bookcase, Damon forced one shaking hand to slide to the mound between his trembling legs
No.
and sobbed with relief to find those inches of flesh still flaccid.
Ew. That's so gross. Just the way it's written. Ugh.
Yep.
Cringe factor is through the fucking roof on that one. Damn.
It's so bad.
Ugh.
It's so bad. And then, okay, so he buys her a gift or something. He gives her a gift and she hugged him, thanked him, and lightly kissed him on the mouth. Okay? And he, instead of like telling her no, like pushing her away or whatever, his hands closed on her arms with just enough pressure to keep her close to him. When she pulled back, he saw in her eyes a whisper of the woman she would become. Seeing that, he couldn't let it finish there. Gently cupping her face in his hands, Damon leaned forward and returned her kiss. His kiss was as light and close-lipped as hers had been, but it wasn't innocent and it wasn't chaste. This is a 12-year-old girl.
Yikes. And was this pitched as a fantasy romance?
I think so.
I think because I'm pretty sure that's what my sister-in-law said. She's like, I'm surprised you wouldn't like it since there's romance in it.
But is that the romance?
I don't
think
know.
that's what they're talking about. Because was there any other romance? No.
Because I know in like she said in like the sequential books, she gets like she
older.
ages. She goes from like a kid to the next one. I think she's like 18 or something, and the next one she's an adult or something. So
who
who
just
knows?
started with her at
I ain't gonna
18.
read to find out. But yeah, that's gross. I'm glad I didn't get to that part. I would have been.
I didn't get there either.
Yep.
Couldn't we just have sweet old Satan and it just be normal book about
I feel like that's something that like if somebody pointed it out as problematic, they would be like, that's a product of their time. I'm Like, so in
It's
1998.
not though.
But it's still 98. I think we still
yeah.
do that was, and especially if it's supposed to, if it isn't other books and like their end game, like it's a romance and they get like a happily ever after. It's like icky. Like if it's not challenged, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if we're supposed to be rooting for them as a couple by the end of the series.
I'm like, even if it's a fantasy, like that's still gross. Because how old is that guy? I mean, he's got to be like centuries year old.
I was
Right?
gonna
Oh
say,
yeah,
like
he is.
700 years old or something.
Yeah.
I mean, bro, wait till she's like 20 for shit's sake.
Bro.
You
Look
ain't
at
gotta,
Jackie's face.
you ain't gotta get all hot and bothered by a
Face
literal
over here.
12-year-old.
Yeah, it was
Like-
gross.
The more we're talking, the more I'm just like, I'm gonna pull my bookmark out.
Return.
Honestly. Yep.
It's not, Jackie, there's other things you could read and enjoy. This isn't it.
Yes. Don't let it
This
ruin
is
your August
something
reading.
to try later on when I'm actually in a fantasy
No.
romance mood, because I'm not.
No,
No, because it's not a fantasy romance.
no.
Yeah. So
Bye-bye.
Put it back in the envelope.
bye.
Put it back. Get your $12 or whatever it cost you back.
I didn't even put it on my Goodreads that I'd started reading it, so I don't have to even mark
I have
it.
to take it off mine. I look forward to Laura's end of the year, worst book of the year video. I already know.
Oh yeah. Yep.
And for
I
the
really don't think
book of
anything
the
can
year-
beat this.
Let's
Just
hope
Like
not.
this damn
know
book club.
What's horrible is that this was my 100th book of the year.
Oh,
Well,
Yeah.
congrats.
no. You're killing it.
It hit a milestone at least.
Yeah.
Did you manage to read more in July, or was this like a bummer?
No, I read more.
I'm up to 35 books so far of the year.
Nice.
Good job.
Yeah.
It's more than 5.
I'm 23 books behind schedule.
Oh, see,
What do
I
you
didn't
put your
set
goal
a
at?
reading goal.
100. I just put it as 100 because
100,
I bombed so miserably last year.
I'll just put 52, one a week.
Yeah.
But
I
got
set
that
it at 0, so I'm rocking. You, thank you.
I might just finish my ebook tonight and finish that guy,
I know.
and maybe film a video.
Let's not go down that road again. We've been saying this for months, I feel like.
I didn't even do a July TBR, but I was kind of expecting not to do one anyway because of my trip.
Yeah.
Because I literally gathered all the books I was going to take, and I did take them, and I did attempt to read them. I read one, and I read my ebook, and I started an audiobook. So I did hit those, but I had a lot more fun than I thought I was going to. So
It did look
On
like
good.
fun.
Did you not
I-
expect to have fun on vacation?
I didn't want to sit on a beach the entire time, but like all my events and everything, like just I knocked 3 things off my bucket list. So
That's good.
I ziplined for the first time, I kayaked for the first time, and I snorkeled for the first time.
I hate snorkeling.
I loved it.
I tried that and I like couldn't figure out how to breathe.
It is like
Bruh.
there's like a thing to
We're
it.
planning to do St. John's in 26, and then trying to do another family trip in a few years. So
Cool.
far, the options are Disney and Catalina Island.
Catalina Island would be my vote.
Disney
I want
is
Catalina Island.
expensive.
That'd be dope.
I don't understand the appeal of Disney.
It's so expensive.
It's terribly expensive, but it's beautiful.
Because this one's
Laura
all
lives
family.
in Florida, so
Like this one's the whole family, so the kids too. I think that's why the appeal for Disney, because there's so much. Like we'll have a 17-year-old, a 10, a 7, and a 5. So like Disney can kind of encompass all of that because we can take the older one to the Harry Potter, the Jurassic Park
Star
stuff, Epcot. So like
Yeah.
I think it's more versatile for the entire family. But Catalina Island seems really dope too because it is a kid-friendly like resort type island thing. From what I've looked at, I'm down. I'm down for either. I'll just go wherever. I just want to travel.
Yeah.
I want to be on the water again. I want to learn to sail. I want to learn to sail a catamaran. Like I had so much fun on one of those. I was like, I want to do this
to do it.
again.
I love that you kayaked for the first time.
I did. And we did a bio. Not only did I kayak for the first time, I also kayaked for the first time at night, which is apparently twice as difficult. We did a bioluminescent tour, and we saw a shark.
Pretty.
Oh, did you?
Ooh,
We saw a shark. It was so cool. We saw the fin, and you could see the bioluminescence where it was breaking the water, so you could kind of see like this little halo around it. It was fucking dope. It was so cool.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, that was one of the coolest moments of the trip. And then doing Buck Island.
Did you find a bookstore on that island?
I did. It was closed the day I was in Christiansted.
Oh.
And I passed 2 in the Miami airport.
Well,
so I went from gate 3 to gate 47 in the Miami airport. That's literally the length of the airport.
Miami
in an hour.
Florida? You were in Florida?
And I had to run. Okay? I had to run. And I still made it when they were boarding my flight, group 2, and I was group 9.
see,
and I got
that's
off the plane,
what I like
Oh my God,
insist on getting like an hour or more.
Well, we got hit by that
because
whole
I just
Delta
can't deal with
thing.
that kind of thing.
That big Delta Microsoft thing that hit us on our going out flight. So we had like that Friday, it was like, are we even gonna go? We have no idea what was going on. So
Oh yeah.
but we made it. And it was epic. I had a great time. And I didn't get burned.
And you were always had a
That's
drink
good.
in your hand. I feel like I was watching all your stories, and you were always.
I did.
Yeah.
But they weren't all alcoholic drinks, believe it or not.
Oh, they all looked like they were all fancy at least.
Yeah, they were. Some of them were good. There were some good. Well, I mean, like they have 2 rum distilleries on the island alone. So the drinks are like the mixes are super expensive because they're imported. But to make it worthwhile, when they give you a mixed drink, you know, like in the States, you get a mixed drink and you're like, you get a shot of alcohol and the rest of it's all a mix.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. There, it's like 3 shots of alcohol to 1 shot of mix.
Because it's cheaper for them.
Exactly. Like a bottle of rum is $12 and a 12-pack of Coors was $30.
Wow.
I was like, yes. This
Gotta
is
be a
amazing.
rum lover.
I do like rum. I do.
I like it too.
Yeah.
like
they
rum.
had this drink called lime and a coconut. That's
Don't
that
you like
white
rum?
drink that I'm drinking. It's so
Lime and a
good.
coconut.
Yeah, just like the song, lime and a coconut. Delicious.
You looked like a little hottie toddy in your swimsuit.
Thanks.
And you were like
I was
taking
being
pics with
very
the hubby.
daring wearing the bikini.
You were like taking
on.
pics with the hubby. I was like, oh, look at her. Look at Jackie.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's the rest of me.
I was like, look at it. She's taking
We
a
only ever
photo.
see Jackie from
Photo
like
shoot.
Yeah, you're
Catch
really
her out.
down.
Yes.
Maybe this. Like, but yeah, I'm a full figure girl.
I
I'm
love it.
plus 200, so
Mhm.
200
Your
plus.
sexy pics you were taking. I was into it.
Thanks.
Those were beautiful pics.
Thank you.
That's all we'll see too, because she did not do any videos.
She's having fake because she doesn't have an OnlyFans
No, I don't.
that we know of.
No, I don't. Nobody wants to pay to see me. So,
You'd
but
be
speaking
surprised.
I'm sure they
Yeah.
do. I'm
Christ.
sure they do.
speaking of being paid, guess who I think I still am. I this is kind of like a little boost of confidence for me. I'm plus 800 subscribers now. I reached
Ooh,
800
that's
plus
awesome.
800 while I was
Nice.
missing
Without
Joy.
posting any videos?
Yeah, in a month. I haven't posted a single video.
No videos. You're still.
Yeah.
Oh my
Okay,
Well, that's
gosh.
the funny part is because when I originally started this in 2016 and I left at like that October because I just like fell off the bandwagon. People start them and they fall off the bandwagon.
Mhm.
I never took the videos down. And when I came back in 2022, I had 200 subscribers and I hadn't posted a video since 2016 and I left with like 150. So
That's
I
funny.
gained like 150 subscribers without making anything.
And then the
So-
second you post a video, you lose like 5 subscribers. That's always fun.
Yeah, I know.
Mhm.
Yeah. I was like, what the fuck? But yeah, they're like getting used to me.
Nice.
Yeah. No, I'm trying to get back into it. I'm trying.
But
I'm
you
trying
need to
to like,
watch
that
hours.
last month was just
Are
all
you
about the trip.
monetized yet, Kristen?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Is it
How is the
on ad?
monetization coming?
You raking in the dough?
Oh yeah, just rolling in it. Just pennies, love it.
Are you
How much do you
$4.
actually like
More?
make off of it?
There's like $4 a video. Here, you're
Oh.
killing
Yeah,
it.
that's pretty much what I make.
Yeah, just roll it.
So the people who
Yeah.
do it full time, or they like have to like really crank them out.
And they have Patreons. I feel like that's a huge part of it.
If you have Patreon and memberships and sponsorships, that goes a long way.
You're not living on the AdSense. Let's just
No.
One of these days, maybe I'll reach that.
Yeah, so
Well, you've got the subscriber count now, Becky. So now you just got to get the watch hours down.
Yeah, the only problem is my videos are so short sometimes.
lives, reading sprints.
Yeah.
But that takes so much time. And
It's the readathons. It's the readathons that helped me.
It's like after 2 hours, I'm like, okay, night, everybody, bye. I'm done talking.
You can only 2 hours, plenty.
You want to talk about going to bed early? Normally, I can stay up late, but when I was in the Virgin Islands, like that place shuts down at like 8 o'clock. There is no nightlife on that island at all.
Really?
Yeah, it like restaurants shut down at like 8, and since the island is so small, like they will be closed random days. Restaurants will be closed random days to force you to go to the other end of the island if you want to go out. But like the entire time we were there, there's no reason to have like bars and stuff like that, because you can drink literally from time you wake up to the time you go to bed, and people fucking do. So they go to bed at like 8 o'clock.
Yeah, and you're out in the sun.
Well, that's how it is over in like Europe too. Like, it's very hard to find things that are open past like 8 o'clock.
Yeah, it was so weird. I was like, what the?
I'm like, this is a damn tourist town. Why are y'all closed at 7?
Nobody wants to work after 8.
But like, I would get up at normally when I go to work, I wake up at 5:30, and then I leave the house by 6 because I have to, or 6:30 because I have to be work by 7, and I have to set an alarm, and I set like 3 alarms, so I don't actually really get out of bed until like 6. All right, let's just call a spade a spade. All right, let's be honest here. There, I never set an alarm, and my ass was still up at 6 o'clock.
Yeah, just have it.
I was just like, no, because it wasn't habit. It's so fucking bright.
It's the vacation.
It was just like
no blackout blinds. Come on.
They did, but it was just so fucking bright. Like even the blackout curtains didn't do shit.
Wow.
Like it's super bright down there. Like it was legit. Like when the video, like this is what I get to wake up to. I literally woke up and then went back and covered my head because it was so bright outside. I'm like, I could not walk out without sunscreen. Like I had to wear like sunscreen.
Yeah, I thought for sure you're gonna come back crispy.
Yeah. They were all surprised I didn't. I only got, well, I guess I did get burned, but I wasn't like severely burned because I didn't think about this. The day we went snorkeling, I put sunscreen all the fuck over me, right? I didn't put it right where my swimsuit line is.
So I was like, what are you doing?
Right on the back of my thighs because I was
still alive, Jack.
Your backside was up.
Oh, because your bum was like, because you're snorkeling.
Yeah. So I got out of the pool and my husband's like, oh, you got a red line. I'm like, where? Because I was wearing a single shoulder. I'm like, so I got this really weird tan line. I didn't think about it. I wore my Pebbles swimsuit. I didn't think about it that. I call it Pebbles because it looks like pebbles. It's leopard and it's like the pebble.
Yeah.
Anyway.
And you've got the red hair.
And I got the red hair. Yeah. My husband, when he saw that, I was like, does it remind you of Pebbles from the Flintstones? He's like, I did not think that until you said that. And now I'm always going to think that. I was like, damn it.
You gotta get the bone in your hair thing.
But yeah, I got out of the pool and later on that night, because we went to the pool every single night after, and they're like, you got a red line. And so I went in the mirror and I looked, I was like, God damn it. But it luckily where I sat, it didn't actually like hit anything because like my butt was big enough to cover it, I guess. So like it was just like this, I don't know. I didn't feel anything. So it was the only part I got burned.
I'm impressed.
I know. Everybody else got fried. Where did Laura go?
Laura's
She's
over
like,
you.
I'm done with this conversation.
You're not talking about that. I read this entire book for no reason. Look how blurry I am. For no reason, and we're not even talking about it. You read the whole thing.
Oh well.
Look how blurry I am.
I don't know. She hasn't come back either.
I know.
Maybe her power went out because it's so hot. My power went out here today because it's so hot.
What happened to you? I'll just message her on Instagram. Like, what happened to you?
Have y'all been watching the Olympics?
Just
Yes.
clips. I just watch clips.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm about the Canadian stuff, not the American stuff, remember?
Hey, I
Yeah.
cheer for the Canadians when
Mhm.
the Americans are either sucking or aren't there. I'm like, go Canada.
The underdogs. We're always the underdogs. We're not very good at that. We're a winter Olympics country. We don't thrive in the summer.
Hey, you won silver
Yeah, we're doing okay.
in rugby.
Yeah, we won gold, a couple golds, I think. We're better than usual. But we're more of a winter sports kind of country.
Oh, there's Laura.
There she is.
My internet went out.
I figured.
I said you missed it. Like, what happened to you? You
Because
just
it
popped
wasn't
right
even
back
like
in.
you weren't even static, you just disappeared completely.
Yeah.
It's like
It was
not like
just
you
poof.
froze, gone. Are you watching the Olympics at all, Laura?
No.
No.
No. I am.
My coworker's obsessed with track, so the track and field, we've been watching all of it. It's
I
playing
hate
on
it though
background.
because I don't feel like they're showing us medal ceremonies as much. Like I stayed up till like when the men's gymnastics won. I stayed up till 11
Oh,
because
I
I'm
love
like,
it.
show me the medal ceremony. And I guess because they came in bronze and it wasn't the freaking USA national anthem, they didn't want to freaking show. I'm like, I still want to see people get medaled.
I
Yeah.
just
want
watch
to hear other national anthems.
highlights and I watch drama. There's always drama at the Olympics. That's more what
I
I'm into.
watched the swimming today with Katie Langsky or
Ledecky?
something. Like she's like now the most decorated woman in Olympic history. Like she broke that record today. I thought that was pretty dope.
Is
And then
she
they did a
American or
statistic with her. Huh?
is she American or she?
She's American. I
Yeah.
think. Yeah, I think she's American.
Yeah, Ledecky. Yeah, she's American.
Ledecky, that's it. That's it. They did the statistic thing, which I thought was kind of cool. They took all of the miles she swam in like competition since like she started competing when she was little and put them all together. And it's like 10% of the trip to the moon. And she's, yeah, like if you take all the distance and it's like 10%
Well,
of
I
that.
feel like if you did that for me walking, it would be about the same time.
Did you guys watch the race walkers today? Did you watch that?
No.
I didn't know that was a thing.
What they do speed walk?
Are they the power
It's just
walkers?
It's
Speed
power
walkers?
walking, speed walking. But
sounds
there's like this
stupid.
weird fucking technique.
They're the weirdest.
It's so weird to watch.
It's so stupid.
So weird. And I'm sitting, we're watching this, we're like, what the fuck is going on? And then you literally hear the announcer say, this is nothing to laugh at. This is incredibly difficult.
Serious.
I'm like, no shit, you look like you have to go to the fucking bathroom. Like, their hips are fucked. Like that's what it's looking like when they're walking. But like their technique is so difficult, but they were booking it. They were making like 6.2
They're
minute
like, we're not
miles.
fast enough to be runners. And
How
we're
do
two
you get into such a
walkers.
sport?
Huh?
How do you even like pick up such a sport? Like
I don't know. Like, I don't know how you say I want to be a race walker, Dad. Like, I don't get it. But they were booking
We were
it.
watching dressage one day. Oh my god. We were like, this is the most boring
What is
Olympic
that?
sport.
What was that?
It's where the horses do the dancing.
Oh,
Oh, that's
And
pretty
like
neat.
I'm sure it takes a lot of skill and a lot of like practice to get your horse to do that, but so fucking boring.
we watched the equestrian jumps today. That was the last thing I got to see today.
Yeah, that's a lot more exciting.
Do you know how much it costs to like transport those horses via plane?
Oh, yeah, it's the most
They
expensive.
put the horses on the plane.
Yeah, you have to bring your own horse for this.
Yeah,
Oh,
Poor horses,
Yeah,
man.
like,
I don't think a horse wants
what?
to go on a plane.
no.
it's like a cargo plane.
Yeah, it's like a car, but it's still like, damn. And they get jet lag.
Well,
Oh,
anything to do with horses is very expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you know they eat money and shit work. Exactly, that's all they do.
I mean, I love watching the horses, but my god, dressage. Oh.
Yeah.
I was like, this is so slow.
They were going all the way
And
for
it
that.
looks like the horse is doing the majority of the work here.
Oh, for sure.
At that race walk thing, it was 12.26 miles for the whole thing. And they were booking it like 6.2 miles per hour for each of them, which was great. But I looked at my coworker and I was like, this is a made up event. This is something new. Like, this can't be it. It's been an event since 1908.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
I'm like, I'm sorry, what?
Really?
They're the mall walkers. You used to see them walking around the mall. Like, that's literally the format. Like, you have to have 1 foot planted at all times, and you can't unbend your leg until the majority of your body has crossed over it, and then you can bend your leg. And you get cards. And if you get 3 red cards, you get escorted to a penalty box like a fucking hockey player. And I'm like, what?
I'm gonna have to watch clips of this after.
I'm sitting here watching this. I'm like, props. These people are, I mean, you could see them. They are sweating. They are getting it. But I'm like,
who won?
How?
No.
What? I mean, really? What
Did they medal? Like, who won?
Yeah. China won gold for the female. I don't know for the guys because I wasn't paying that much attention. I was doing bills this morning.
But who got like silver and bronze?
So China took the gold for the women. The silver went to Spain, who medaled gold last year or the last Olympics in this event. So she took second, and then I don't know who took third. It was a blue flag. It wasn't our flag. It was a blue flag. That's all I remember. Because they threw the flags in, but China took the first spot.
So I love the people on Instagram from other countries, and they're like, the US is trying to make it look like they have the most medals when really they don't have the most gold medals. I'm like, it's called the medal count, not the gold medal count. Like, I know USA isn't the top of reading statistics, but I'm pretty sure medal count encompasses all of them.
And I feel like you're ahead by a lot.
I think we're like, last time Amy looked, it was like 38 or 40.
Because I'm thinking.
And then the other thing is, like, they have so many athletes compared to. No shit, we have more athletes. Have you seen the size of our country?
Canada has 8, and we're killing it.
It's like, God. It's like, y'all are just jealous because you're not Americans for once.
And then you have Simone Biles, who's just like unstoppable. Like, where the fuck did that chick come from again?
She's incredible.
I know.
That's pretty much all I've watched.
Oh my God, she's just Olympics. She just looks like the Olympics.
I'm just here for Simone Biles.
I like anything swimming.
Swimming.
Like,
did you see the French guy?
Yeah.
With a distracting speedo?
Yeah. My whole Twitter is like, I love the Olympics, and it's just like fit men in speedos. That's the whole. I'm like, that's pretty much what my thing is. Like, God, the Olympics. I just love the Olympics.
Yeah,
we're
really all about watching the guys' events. We don't give a shit about the girls' events. We're like, oh, this girls' event. We're just gonna like go back to work and like, oh, it's male swimming. Oh, look, it's male divers.
That's Canada. Canada won second place for synchronized diving with the men. I watched that.
Yeah.
But
that synchronized diving is just so fucking cool.
It's
I'm
so
sorry.
Cool. Like,
that is
so
one
impressive.
of the coolest fucking things to watch.
It's so impressive.
I like watching the rhythmic gymnastics or the, you know, the ones with the ribbons.
With the ribbons.
Although I haven't seen it this year. It must be on a different channel.
There is break dancing in the Olympics. Did you know that? There's an Olympic break dancing.
That's new.
Oh,
right?
yeah, that's new this year, I think.
I think I saw something about that was new. Hey,
is
that's
that one of the new ones this year? Like, I'm like, oh, what the?
I think so.
I'm like, okay.
I just like the swimming and diving one, really, and gymnastics.
Yeah.
Although I have a gripe because I played volleyball. So we're watching the sand volleyball, okay? The girls.
The beach
girls sand volleyball. They are in some Spanx, like they're in underwear. They're in a bikini. That's what they are. They are. Okay.
That's what volleyball always is, I feel like, for women's volleyball. Yeah. I'm always shocked by their outfits.
But then you look at the guys and they're in straight basketball uniforms. They're in ball shorts and a tank top. I'm like, why can't a girl wear that shit? That's
I went to a Catholic high school, and this was the debate we had about volleyball. It was like the girls and had the little short shorts, the tights, and the guys just wore. It was like, this is like a Catholic, and the girls wanted to wear something different. It was like they weren't allowed. I'm like, that's so weird.
My daughter I went to a Catholic high school. I had to wear the spandex. My daughter was wear the spandex. They got the 5-inch inseam spandex this year. I was like, thank God.
Yeah, like it's so weird.
Like, why don't you just wear leggings and be done with it? Like, what the? Your legs don't have to show for this. Because guys volleyball doesn't.
I know.
Yeah,
And then the
it's the
camera,
same
I saw
thing.
some of the volleyball stuff, and the cameraman's like right on the girls' bums, like from this angle. I'm like, do we need that angle?
Oh, do you love the angles from the water polo? Did you see the girls' water polo angles?
Yeah, I saw some clips of
Oh
that.
my
I
god.
mean, water soccer.
Yeah, water soccer. I liked
I swear,
handball.
so many of these sports are just offshoots of like soccer and tennis.
Yeah, handball is literally basketball and soccer combined. Like it's the rules of soccer, but it's with your hands.
Mm-hmm.
But
Laura's
you can
like,
dribble.
I don't watch any of this. None of this means anything to me.
Need to
Yeah,
get in
I
that
know, I-
patriotic spirit, Laura. USA, USA.
No, you got to cheer for Canada.
Canada.
Oh, Canada.
I only cheer for Canada when USA isn't there.
There you go.
Yeah.
I actively cheer against USA. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
I don't.
Sometimes if Canada's not there and the US isn't there, I'm just like, which flag is the prettiest? And then I go for that.
Yeah.
Oh, my camera. Your family's from Jamaica, right, Laura?
Yeah.
So would you cheer for Jamaica?
Yeah.
Because don't
I
they
should.
have like? Oh my God, look at this.
Your camera's like sucking
It's
today.
horrible. You know why? Because like the lighting in here is bad. I think. I wonder how Jamaica's doing.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Because I think they normally have pretty good athletes in the summer.
I was like, I was watching gymnastics and I was like, man, there's no Russian team. And then I found out why.
Why?
Why?
Because they were banned because of the war.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that.
No, Jamaica has no medals.
Oh,
Damn.
it's too bad.
I think there's a lot of countries that don't have any medals.
Yeah. Not the USA though.
No, you guys have 37.
Woo woo.
And then France is in third. Look at France go.
Did you know that they get paid for their medals?
Who does? The French?
A lot of countries. Like I know in
Oh, yeah,
Hong
like-
Kong pays its gold medalists like $760,000.
Wow.
Because they're really trained for that, though. It's like
The US, I think, for gold they only get paid like $35,000.
I saw all these things about like Olympians that can't even afford their rent. Like I'm competing in the Olympics, but I can't even afford food and my rent.
Yeah.
Rent is ridiculous.
People are like, how did the USA not win in shooting?
I saw that. I didn't know shooting was a thing, and it's not just. I thought it would be like hunting rifles. It's like handguns.
Handguns.
It's serious. I was like, and that guy from Turkey, he's just like comes in second, and he's just like got no equipment. He just comes out in his t-shirt and his jeans. Everybody's like,
I'm a natural talent, and that's all I need. And I'm like, boss level, dude.
Yeah,
Go for you. Good.
yeah. I just see the stuff that goes viral. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
No, I try and pay attention. It's like the one time where I pay attention to sports.
Well, I feel like if I was from the States, like somewhere where they actually like do well, you'd be more into it. And then the Canadian soccer, they got in trouble for cheating. So
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
Like I don't know anything about any of these sports. I don't even understand like how they score gymnasts and shit. I'm like, oh, that looked great. And they're like, -2 points. I'm like,
Did
It
you
is
see
that landing. They
Yeah,
just
did
starts that shit. Oh, her
stood,
knees
they were
were bent.
standing.
That's why I like the sports like swimming where there's like a clear
You come in
and obvious-
first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and it's not like up to judges' discretion. It's like, nope, you were the fastest. Here you go.
Yep. Deuces.
Well,
Hey, we actually made it to 50 minutes. I was saying when you were gone, Laura, I was like, I feel bad for Laura because she actually pushed through this book and we're not even talking about it.
I know.
Before we leave, how does it end?
It ends so. Oh my god. Okay, so she ends up. I forget what the place is called. Briarwood. Is that where they
what the
sent
fuck?
her?
What is that place?
It's actually a place where they take young witches to like break them,
No?
and they cater to people who like to be with children.
Oh,
Okay.
so it just gets worse and worse.
it gets worse and worse. So she gets raped, and they like cut her beforehand, and so she's literally dying. And then Damon and Satan like work together to try to save her. So they go down into the web or whatever it is, and they're trying to bring her back to her body, and she doesn't want to go. And then the book literally ends with her, with Damon coming back and saying to Satan, she didn't want to come back with me. So she's dead, essentially, but not really. I don't know. But they're like preserving her body so that when she chooses to come back,
it's there for her.
It's there for her. Yeah.
And so like this is feeling very sci-fi. But it's not.
Yeah, I'm not finishing this book.
The next book is called Heir to the Shadows.
Ooh, it tells me a lot.
No, but think of that title.
Throne of Shadows.
Shadows. Is that not very similar to a Throne of Glass title?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty. Well, this was a bust.
Yeah.
Poor Laura.
Yeah, this wasn't good. So you know, if anybody else,
that's another X against Becky.
Yeah. We all do not recommend.
No.
We all do not recommend.
4 out of 4 witches.
We finally
do not recommend.
Look at that.
So you know, we might not have ever been all 5 stars, but we have come to a conclusion that this book is not good. We all agree on that.
Yeah.
So, yeah. What is next month's book about, Jackie? Since
I knew
you were asked that. Like, let me go grab the book. I have to find it. Give me 2 seconds.
I forgot to talk about it in my TBR. I was like, I watched Becky's video. I was like, oh my God, what a fail.
I have to find the book.
I have a better feeling about this one.
At least I know that I've read from this author.
No, it's historical, so I don't know. But you say you don't like historical and you love it, Laura. So
Well, no, it's the myth retellings like that I don't like them.
oh, you don't like them? I didn't know that.
No.
I don't know what
Is it
myth
a
it is, though.
What's the
I know
retelling
it's
of?
Norse, but I don't know what myth it's based on.
Well,
I don't
Jackie
know.
will tell us because she chose it.
I have to get the book.
You read The Witch's Heart, right, Kristen?
No, I haven't.
You
It's
haven't?
been recommended to me so many times.
I liked that one.
Yeah,
thought it
I
was-
think I'll like it too.
I really liked it.
What's that one? What's the retelling for that one? What's the myth?
It's based on Angrboda, who was one of Loki's wives, who gave birth to his like monstrous children, like
Yeah, actually,
the wolf,
that.
the snake, and the other thing.
Mm-hmm.
But it was really
The other
good.
thing.
I just hit my toe.
Laura, you like those like female rage type stories, don't you?
I do, yes.
See, you might really like The Witch's Heart then, because it has a lot to do with like her revenge against Loki.
Okay, so here's the book. I'm in pain. I think I just broke my fucking toe.
Oh no!
Anyway, it's The Weaver and the Witch Queen
A hardcover.
by Genevieve Gornichek. She wrote The Witch's Heart, which was one of my 5-star reads in 22. Really, really like
You
that book.
read it.
Huh?
I said you read it. I thought it was
Did read
Kristen who had read it.
All right, so we're just going to read The Dust Jacket because I don't actually know what this book's about.
Me neither.
The lives of 2 women, one desperate to save her missing sister, the other a witch destined to become Queen of Norway, intertwine in this spellbinding, powerful novel of Viking Age history and myth from the acclaimed author of The Witch's Heart. Odny and Gunhild,
It was good time.
his children in the 20th century Norway, and they could not be more different. Odny hopes for a quiet life while Gunhild burns for power and longs to escape her cruel mother. But after a visiting wise woman makes an ominous prophecy that involves Odny, her sister Signy, and Gunhild, the 3 girls take a blood oath to help one another always. When Odny's farm is destroyed and Signy is kidnapped by Viking raiders, Odny is set adrift from the life she imagined, but she's determined to save her sister no matter the cost, even as she finds herself irresistibly drawn to one of the raiders who participated in the attack. And in the
Oh.
far north, Gunhild, who fled her home years ago to learn the ways of a witch, is surprised to find her destiny seems to be linked to that of the formidable King Eric, heir apparent to the ruler of Norway. But the bonds, both enchanted and emotional, that hold Gunhild and Oddny together are strong, and when the women find their way back to each other, these bonds will be tested in ways they never could have foreseen in this deeply moving novel of magic, history, and sworn sisterhood.
Oh. So really nothing Norse mythology.
Vikings, it sounds like.
Vikings.
And I like sisterhood.
Yeah.
I like reading about
I
sisterhood.
wonder if this is going to have some sort of like lesbian storyline like The Witch's Heart did.
Don't know.
That'd be interesting.
I like how Daphne.
There you go, Laura. No mythology, so
Okay, we'll see.
just historical and
It'll be
friendship.
better than this month's book, Laura. So it doesn't-
Yes.
It's bound to be
up
better.
from here.
Laura, did
Yeah.
you read A Witch's Heart?
No.
No, I didn't.
Okay, so she has a really nice way of writing.
Hi,
Hello, Daphne. Hello. So she's a very like lyrical way of writing, but it's not like bogs you down lyrical. But I think you'll really enjoy it because you'll like the environment that she creates. At least in The Witch's Heart, the environment she created was really, really nice, and it made all the weird, odd things that were going on completely palpable.
Mm-hmm.
But she was also writing based off a myth already. So I don't know if there is actually a myth involved with this. I'm not really up on Norse mythology, so
It doesn't
I don't
sound-
know. This could be something completely, totally different. But Witch's Heart was fantastic.
Yeah,
I totally enjoyed that book. And as
and I
soon as
listened to that on audio, and I really liked the audio.
Yeah.
of it.
when
Yeah,
I
I have
saw
to
this
really
in Barnes and
read it.
Noble, I picked it up and I didn't even read the dust jacket. Like that was literally the first time I've ever read the dust jacket. Just because I liked her as an author so much. I knew I was going to pick up her next work as soon as I found it. So
So, well, I know I like one of her books, so
So there's hope.
let's hope. I'm gonna get the.
my
Ebook.
toe is literally
I-
bruising. I think I broke my toe.
Do you actually think
Oh,
it's
no.
broken? It's what?
No, I can move it, but it fucking hurts and it's bruising. Of course, I bruise really easily. Like I have probably before I went to St. Croix, I had 4 bruises on my leg, and when I came back, I had like 13.
You have to get your iron levels checked.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I've
you
taken
sound
iron
like
pills. It fucking does shit for me.
I have to take liquid iron, and it's
Libby
absolutely atrocious.
updated its app, and
It
it's
tastes like
all
you're drinking blood.
fucking
It's
weird
horrifying.
now.
What?
Yeah, because I have like very low iron, so I drink it's liquid, and that's the only like pills apparently don't work. You have to drink. It's black. It can turn your teeth black, so you have to like make sure it doesn't hit your teeth, and it tastes like you're drinking blood. It's so metallic.
wow.
And it's so just because it's iron.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But like I faint. Like I need my iron levels are like.
I mean, you can sneeze on me and I'll bruise. It's
Mhm.
it's a pretty impressive. Everywhere bruises but my face. Like I have taken a punch to the face and did not get a bruise. But you flick me on my leg, fucking bruise lasts for
That
3
was
months.
me. I would bruise, and I would faint.
Okay. I'm not.
I've never
gonna do that
fainted.
yet.
I've never fainted. I have no idea what that feels like.
It's no good. Well, it's like
It's not. It's not fun.
and it's like you wake up and you don't even realize it happened, and everybody's screaming at you.
Yeah.
It's the weirdest thing.
Yeah.
That's always what I remember is people screaming over me.
Everyone's freaked out, and you're just like,
Everyone's
what?
freaked out. I'm like, what?
What? Yeah.
Last time.
I'm also very anemic, but
Are you?
I don't have to do liquid iron, so that's nice.
That is gross.
But I'm anemic because my red blood cells are extremely small and pale, so they can't carry iron very well.
So the iron probably wouldn't help in that case.
I'm pretty sure I have low iron too. I don't
think
feel
a
like I
lot-
eat enough iron-rich foods.
I think a lot of women do, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, well, we bleed every single month, which loses a lot of iron. Let's just
Mhm.
fucking be honest about it, okay?
I know I have low potassium.
I know that one. I had that too.
Start
Yeah.
with some bananas.
I do. I eat them every day almost until I run out of them or they get too mushy. And then I take a potassium pill. Any hoozle.
On
You
that
need-
note, But you're announcing the next book soon, right?
When? Hold on. When is our reading sprint this month, Jackie?
Hold
Do you
on.
know it?
I-
off the top of your
Not
head?
off the top
doing
of
it.
my head, but let me see.
Wait, I'm doing it this month, and it's the 16th.
Oh yeah, Laura's
Laura's
doing
doing
it.
Yeah.
At
So we'll
Laura's
have
never
reading
hosted a sprint before, right?
I've never hosted reading sprints ever.
Ever. So this would be a you never have?
I've never done them.
Well,
So
shit,
we'll be figuring it out.
we're gonna make you do more of them then,
Yeah, I got the live show on the 25th.
How have you gone through a year of the book club and you've never hosted a reading?
right? How has that happened?
I've
She's
been
just
on
like-
BookTube
she's just
for
like-
5 years. I've never hosted reading sprints at all. So yeah.
It's not that
Yeah.
hard.
No.
You just do like a trial like 30 minutes before.
You want to know why she gets away with it? Because she sits over there in the corner all quiet and
Yeah, she's like, when we're talking
mild
about
and
planning
pops
stuff,
every once
I
in a
just
while.
let everyone else follow
Yeah,
along.
she's like the most quiet out of all of them. She's like, I'm just
She's
gonna
like,
sit here,
oh,
not all your
But I
demise.
think this time she actually said, I haven't hosted sprints yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think she
Be
has.
like,
Because I
"All
started
right,
to feel bad, you know.
now you're gonna host them for like 3 months straight, Laura.
Yep. I hope you enjoyed your break.
I'll be hosting
Oh,
lots of sprints in the
no.
future. So
Okay, I'm gonna pre-warn you. There's a time jump of 12 years at the very beginning of this book.
Oh, lovely.
Great. Is there gonna be a lot of fucking time jumps? That's gonna be
I don't like time jumps.
12
Listen,
years
anything's
later.
better than this.
yeah,
okay?
I feel optimistic. I'm feeling
Yeah.
good.
I personally think the last book for July that I picked was better than this. At least I finished that stupid thing.
Yeah, Laura, opinions?
I think it was better last July. Because it wasn't offensive, right?
Becky, you need to get your picker better. Your picker.
I know. I need to pick better books. Like, my God,
Yeah.
have I picked a winner this year?
I think everybody except for me liked the House Witch.
Yeah,
I liked it.
liked the house.
I like the House Witch. I want to
Yeah.
continue that series. I got the next one on my Kindle.
Yeah, I think that was the only one.
Yeah, I'll be announcing September through December's picks.
Oh yeah, I gotta tell you.
Oh,
what my
as
favorite-
soon as Jackie tells me what the hell she wants to pick. But let me
Yeah, off
end
the
this
live
live and
show.
then you can tell me,
After
Jackie.
the live, after the
After
live.
the live.
No spoilers. No spoilers.
because I have to go find it. It's in that pile.
Oh,
Well,
so
go
you know.
find it so I can.
I already broke my toe trying to get this book. Leave me alone.
You should have been more prepared for this.
You're not wrong.
So,
I just wanted you guys to rip on me for something other than my lack of videos. So it's my lack
You
of
did this.
preparedness.
we haven't said a thing to you this time, Jackie. We've been like, oh, so glad you had fun on your vacation.
Yeah, we were nice.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we were
you did, you
nice
were.
to you today.
I did have a good time on vacation. I did.
So,
I want to
Well,
go
should we
back so
try?
bad.
yeah.
Like I just want to go back. I'm ready. Like
Mhm.
I got my little sea glass necklace with my little turtle.
Cute.
Daphne. Calling you out.
Oh my
I guess I'll have to skip Becky's picks. You're bound.
gosh.
Yeah, be thankful you didn't pick this one to be
Yeah,
a co-host
yeah.
for Daphne.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It fucked. So,
I think Daphne more aligns better with Laura's picks because Daphne liked the Honey Witch.
mhm.
Yeah. Actually, I think I know where that book is.
Okay.
Okay.
We're gonna end this live. So thanks for tuning in. Come join us on Reading Sprints in like a week
Yes.
on Laura's channel.
2 weeks.
2 weeks, whatever.
2 weeks.
Right?
Yes.
2 weeks, whatever. So,
Yes.
all right. Have a good night. Bye.
We might be together. You know, I might have my shit together.